Anytime you see me on BRG analysis, it means I am discussing something else outside religion. So, just for us to have a different kind of conversations over here. How are you doing? Based on our conversation recently, looking at the person of VDM, Bobrisky, EFCC, Femi Falana, he had an interview with Sahara Reporters where he reacted to the ongoing issue, which he has not decided yet whether he's taking VDM to court. But he talked about the fact that people have been threatening him, people have been saying that they will do this as well if he takes him to court. And if you looked at our other video where the Kalakuta Republic guy also came out against him, even Kemi Olayo has been talking about his person, of course, on social media, making accusations that are more like a bit unfounded, coming out firsthand from her. You see that a lot of pressure is coming on him. And like I always tell you, my dear friend, see, attention is currency.
The only disturbing area in this scenario is the threat to me and one of my two daughters. Some of these guys, who I believe are mentally deranged, are dared me. If you go to court, we shall burn your office. They have also sent messages to one of my daughters that if your father goes to court, we shall kill you. I beg your pardon. In this country. I just laughed and I asked my girl, don't worry, I will take it. I've already taken that up. Because we must also let these guys know where we're coming from.
Now you hear that. Now, in reaction to that as well, BDM himself actually got to react and was begging his followers. So, if you are part of his followers who are here, please as well, because indeed I understood what BDM was saying. People might actually have an issue with Femi Falana himself and want to use this as an avenue or as a way to get back at him as well, making it look as if it's, oh, we are doing it for VDM or VDM motivation or instigation. So that shouldn't be the case. I believe as well at this point, maybe this whole thing might get to die down, at least to the part of Femi Falana and of course VDM. It connects us as well to what you are discussing here, Borana and then the person of Akwe. Akwe is my brother. I like watching Akwe, of course, when I listen to him most of the time, more like for comedy. I don't know for you. I think I've been really testy as well today. So if you look at it carefully, you get to understand that Akwe, when he was talking about Burna Boy in that video, he mentioned the person of Falz in connection to PDD because Falz had been with PDD. And if you have been watching social media, especially in the West, come on, finding 1,000 bottles in your room and all of this whole thing against PDD as well has been really, really, buzzing the internet. Just for you to see how much of darkness as well exists in the entertainment industry and what goes on there. But if you look at that as well here, clearly it becomes quite concerning that if Burna Boy is being linked with the person of PDD in that particular aspect, why he would go as far as getting, Akwe locked up. You understand? But indeed, of course, why I'm saying this is that I didn't see Falz react because had it been maybe Falz won a Grammy, I think he would have gotten a shot as well there. But over time as well, Akwe himself has been, calling out different people. At some point, you don't know when he's joking or when he's because everything about him is just funny.
Bang da da dam, yeah. A lot of people asking me what does bang da da dam means. Bang da da dam is my slogan. Bang da da dam is the sound I make when I step into the room. You know what I'm saying? When I take a step, you hear bang. I take another step, you hear bang. I take another one, you hear bang da da dam, yeah. So that's what it means. Bang da da dam is a sound head boss makes when he step in the room. You know what I'm saying? I'm not regular. So of course, when I step in the room, grounds begin to shake. When ground begin to shake, you begin to hear bang da da dang. Yeah, that's me.
Even PDD at some point said he's inspired by Akwe, just for you to know that. So you can imagine that someone that claims that Akwe, is inspirational to him when he has been being a celebrity for a long time before even, let's say, Burna started popping. Okay, so it becomes quite interesting when you look at all of these conversations. But you could tell me what you think as well, because now he's still being held. He's not been out yet, but of course, it's been confirmed that Burna Boy, is responsible for holding him hostage with respect to what he said, or would I say the innuendo that he. Hey, innuendo has entered my vocabulary right now. The innuendo that he made as well with respect to talking about the oils and Brona. But again, back to your next news. So a lot of things have been trending. And now, of course, you are looking at the young stars as well that has been really making it on social media, TikTok, Pella and Jarvis. Okay, so if you don't know who these people are, that means you're not on TikTok. For me, I'm everywhere. I know what is trending. So but now I'm discussing about these other trends. Note, my goal as well is for us to learn from all of these trends we get to see. So when I look at trends, I'm looking at what can I learn from this as well, and I share with my audience. If you look at the video whereby Tiwa Savage was actually having a live stream with Pella and then Jarvis as well, more like, the rising stars and would I say those that have the attention on TikTok. Think about this for a moment. Artists would go to an event as well to go and have a show, and while going there to go and have a show, they might have 50,000 as well, 20,000 people as well, sold out show. Then imagine as well being on the internet and then you have 70,000 people watching you on the spot. That is a huge audience. So I'm beginning to see that this merge, or what I say, this relationship, that those who are more like mainstream celebrities. Come on, look at the person of Olamide when he did his new album. He actually went on Pella's live stream and then they had a collaboration or something. Someone would be saying, George, how do you know all of these things? Come on, I'm everywhere, my dear friend. So you look at how these young people now, and that's one thing I've noticed as well from TikTok. TikTok is becoming a more a platform, of course, that really looks at younger people, I would say, and what grabs their attention. And then we have these two young people, Pella and Jarvis, who, based on their style of, there's a storyline about them presented in the mind of people that, okay, they might have something going on, not something going on, but of course they have their individual personalities and what they get to do, reacting to, songs and dance and even acting together and everything. Just like you see this Sege and then Liquor Rose that were in Big Brother as well, always working together. So you can see Sege and Liquor Rose, just like Pella and Jarvis, if you really observe what is happening. And they are really galvanized, or what I say, being able to get attention of people, especially young people as well there on TikTok. So imagine having someone of an older person as well being on that platform with them and them having a life together that have gotten to that stage. Because let's say if Tiwa herself goes live, will she be able to have that kind of attention as well on her alone? But combining forces as well there. But the way, if you see her there as a mother and everything, now of course, if you have watched me before, last time I made a video about Tiwa, I actually used that video to really preach. I would say that was when she was trending about the whole X tape thing that was out there. You really get to understand that the way she was acting there was, it'd be something you wouldn't expect. Like, look at this point here. So Pella himself knows that if Jarvis were to do that, that was wrong. So she was trying to, but Pella was like, no, 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 no. But you see, someone that doesn't, come on, you cannot shame the shameless. If I'm to put it that way, please, Tiwa Savage fans and followers, don't get angry. But that was what she did intentionally. So she actually opened some part of her, Jarvis say, his lower back, but that is actually part of your butt, because that was where she drew whatever, the tattoo or something, and then she showed that on the live. Of course, when he's doing live, people get to record that. So for you to see someone, of course, of that magnitude as well, as quote and unquote the, would I say, the Beyonce of Africa, doing that and on the live stream with young people, what is she teaching young people? They were even the ones saying, oh no, don't do that, don't do that, to show that even they themselves have a degree of morality. But maybe she's excited as well there of having that number of people watching and just to keep the live stream as well going. Like you see them do on stage. They might be on stage, and next thing they'll remove their jacket and throw to the audience when the designer is there, vexing, this jacket will cost this amount. Or they will start, doing some weird dance or weird stuff as well because of the attention. That's why I always tell people, don't let attention get into your head. Sincerely speaking, I would say. For me, sometimes I try to imagine myself. I get to post a video, 2,000 people watch me, 3,000 people watch me, 19,000 people watch me. I try to imagine myself sitting in a room with 19,000 people. That's a lot. Do you understand? Yes, I've made videos that 200,000, 300,000 people watch me or something, but I'm like, that is attention. So what am I doing with this attention? Never let attention get into your head. When once attention gets into your head, you will either start trying to play to the algorithm of what you think that is pleasing to your audience. If what you are doing as a creator is not something that you are convinced that this I'm doing is because this is what I'm convinced I should be doing or something, don't let the audience or what you think they would like as well become what defines your information. Because how informed you are defines how transformed you can be. So yes, of course, not everybody would be a secular influencer, even when you become like a spiritual influencer as a pastor, or I always like going to my faith as well, as a pastor or maybe as a content creator online or something. There's a way you also get to create content that becomes of religious, or what I say, spiritual influence to people, and still have your morality, because whether you like it or not, the secular world as well here, those who are in church praying and giving tithe and offering and all of that, they still have to go out there and work. And most time as well here, the way the world is going, businesses have to be on the media as well, because the attention becomes a competition as well. You have to have a social media presence, but even as you get to do that as well, it's really important that you don't let attention get into your head, trying to feed the algorithm when you are supposed to be the one to define what the algorithm should see as the right thing. But now everyone knows what the algorithm is pushing out there, because that is how the system of the world is, pushing out a lot of what fits you, the things you see on your FYP. But to a great extent as well, if the creators themselves define what should be there as an algorithm, it has no point but to put out great amazing content. I always tell people, some of you don't know that the let's say for TikTok, for example, the TikTok that is in China is called Douyin. You don't see some things that you see on the TikTok that is in the West. I'm talking to you as someone that has been in both worlds, so you understand what I'm talking about. So I've used both of them actively. Why? Because the platform in China is able to define what the audience themselves are supposed to consume, what is morally right, what is okay for them to consume, because of how they want to shape the generation, of course, the youth or the masses. You understand? Even though some way, somehow as well here, people would always be people when you have majority of the people who are not maybe Christians or something. Come on, Ye came to China, and if you look at his performance and a whole field, you'll be saying that in fact Rema and the rest of them we have in Nigeria, the Davido, are just little. But the point I'm trying to make right here is that if you become someone that has attention tomorrow, how can you use that particular attention for positive influence? So the reason why most time when I speak about the person of VDM and I look at the positive side, he's doing a lot of positive things as well with his attention. Come on, people that's why when I see people as well love him, celebrities will owe people money, and then he's able to make them as well pay the money, because nobody would ever listen to anyone without an attention as well. So they go to someone that has attention, and it becomes this antidote. You understand? Colloquian. Are you getting the point? But let's get on.